This is Bologna. This is Verona. And this is Bolzano. Moreover, this is us getting to Bologna. And this is us leaving Bologna 2 weeks later, but we won't pay no mind to that. To say that the events that transpired between the time we arrived and the time we left were unforgettable would be an understatement. Whether it's the artwork on the streets, the way people get around, or what they might see on their way there, Italy truly has treated all of us and so many others so well. If you've gotten to this point, then we'll assume you're quite set on going, so here's a few aspects of Italy to see and remember for years to come, and what you'll need to watch out for as you journey on through the city. This is Italy.
There was a lot of walking on this trip, but students were not shy to use public transport. For shorter distances, students relied on buses and taxis, which could range from 2 to 30 euros depending on the level of traffic and how many vehicles needed. Trains were necessary for longer distances, such as the ride from Bologna to Bolzano. As tourists, I'm very happy to say that our itinerary was stacked with a number of various recommended tourist attractions. In Bologna, we frequented Piazza Maggiore, which was the main square for the film festival. We visited Sanctuary of Madonna di San Luca, which is Bologna's hilltop church. And we also visited Dams Lab of Bologna University, which promotes culture through the Department of Art. When we went to Verona, we went to Castel Vecchio, which is a medieval castle with museums and various period artworks were inside. We visited Casa de Giulietta with the replica house from Romeo and Juliet stories. In Bolzano, we were frequently on the written cable car ride, and we traveled all of Calabo and the Rayan High Plateau.
Italy's architecture varies depending on where you are in the country. Within the 3 different cities we saw on this trip, they each had their own style. Bologna is the city of porticos, large overhangs that cover pedestrian walkways to keep people out of the heat and shaded. Bolzano, being so close to Austria, had a lot of German influence that was backdropped by the beautiful Dolomite Mountains. Verona was the most touristy city we went to, but the architecture there had a Roman influence, being over 2,000 years old. While each place had its own architectural style, I can say that there was this cohesiveness that always told me I was in Italy. I'm not sure if it was the use of pastel colors on the buildings or the beautifully flowered balconies that lined each city, but I couldn't just forget that I wasn't home. There's no mistaking America for Italy, and I love that. That helped to distinguish this trip from anywhere else I've been and leave a lasting impact on my journey abroad.
When you arrive in Italy, if you're lucky enough, one of the first things you'll experience is the dedication to artistic and creative expression. This can come in a variety of formats, whether from the porticos lined with graffiti, the fine crafted pieces in historical churches and monuments, or the dozens of museums with deep and expression-filled paintings. There's no lack of artwork in the country, and each region gives its own distinct artistic experience. Bologna emphasizes a more medieval art and architecture style, with its many structures lined with frescoes, with a dedication to street art under and on the columns of the porticos. And when entering Verona, the emphasis was placed less on street art and far more on the artwork within the structures and the streets, many of which depicting and speaking on Italian history during both World Wars and on Italians' revolutionary culture. Verona also gave an emphasis on a more Shakespearean, romantic manner of art with grand Romanesque statues and structures. The Alpine town of Bolzano incorporates a style reminiscent of Austrian and German expression, with countless Gothic-style structures lined top to floor with Gothic adornments and frescoes fitting the time period. As one travels the nation, they'll just have to remember that there will be no shortage of sights to see.